The story begins in a futuristic way. In Canada, because of the growing population, the government has imposed restrictions on having more than one child. It was banned for anyone to have a second child. They are not allowed to procreate, even if their first child dies. According to this law, whoever breaks it will be called the most dangerous prison in the country and would be sent to jail. In Canada and the U.S., there was very tight security at the border. People were only allowed to proceed further after a thorough search. Here we see John Brennick in a car. He used to be a soldier, and his wife Karen was with him. The reality was, she was wearing a magnetic vest underneath. Karen was pregnant and far away from here. She wanted to go and give birth to her second child with the help of this vest during checking. Her reality would not come out. While soldiers were searching the luggage, a girl was arrested because she was pregnant. This frightened Karen even more, but her magnetic vest saved her. After they came out, a soldier's gaze fell on the magnetic vest, and many soldiers started running after them to catch them. John tried to save his wife and child, so he asked Karen to flee from there, while he himself would stay and stop the soldiers. Later, John was captured along with the rest of the prisoners. They were being taken to a prison called Fortress. It was the highest fort in the country, a prison with advanced technology built in the middle of a desert. Escape was impossible once a prisoner was inside. When he arrived, the guards stripped everyone completely naked and checked them. After that, all the prisoners were taken to a room, where their stomachs were filled with a high-tech tracker. If any prisoner broke the rules of the jail, this system would activate and tear his stomach. Director Poe told everyone, "If any prisoner goes out of the yellow line, his stomach will start having severe pain, and upon crossing the red line, the prisoner will die." One prisoner got nervous and accidentally crossed the yellow line. Suddenly, he had severe pain in his stomach and fell down. Not understanding anything, he accidentally crossed the red line too. At the same time, his stomach started swelling rapidly, and within moments, it exploded with a loud bang. All prisoners were then sent to the underground prison by lift, which reached 30 floors below the ground. John was paired with a prisoner named Nino from Z10. A robot lets prisoners out of a cell. Outside all the cells, laser beams were installed to prevent them from leaving. John met Abraham at night before going to sleep. Abraham warned John, "By mistake, no one should even see a dream after. Everyone sleeps." Upon checking there, John's brain scan was found. By doing this, John reached into a dream. In the dream, he was looking at his wife, Karen. Poe also saw John's dream from the monitoring room, and his eyes fell on Karen, because here, no one is allowed to even dream. So Poe activated John's security device. Suddenly, severe pain began in his stomach, because of which he woke up from sleep. The next day, a man named Maddox, working as a day laborer, appeared. He was the "I love the man" type of prisoner. John wanted to take advantage of Nino immediately. He rushed to save him, but Judd shot all three and started the fight by activating the device in their stomachs. After this, all three were struck with a small laser. They were kept in a cell and questioned about what started. Nino was very afraid of Maddox, so he kept quiet to save his friend. John, instead, took the blame for the fight on himself. John was then taken to Poe's office, where Poe was watching Karen take a bath. It was revealed that Karen had also been arrested and sent to jail. Poe put John and Karen together, and they were tortured mercilessly. Both of them started writhing in pain. Later, Abraham told John, "Floors A and B have all the women. Karen will be there too." Karen was in jail, pregnant with their second child. As soon as she got a stomachache, the guards told her, "Every woman here was forcefully taken." Karen realized, Something must have been done with the children born here. Back in the men's prison. Maddox attacked John. Both were very powerful. A fierce fight broke out. From her floor, Karen was surprised to see the competition going on. But suddenly John called out to Maddox. Maddox pushed him down from a height. Somehow, John saved his life by holding on to the edge. From the office, Poe ordered John, "Kill Maddox!" But John did not listen. Instead, he spared Maddox's life. In anger, Poe shot Maddox in the stomach. Then he activated the device, and Maddox's stomach exploded with a blast before the guards could stop it. John, with great cunning, caught him and took him away. He handed Maddox's security device to Nino. After that, Karen was brought to a room where John was tied up in a huge round machine called the Mind Wipe Chamber. Karen tried to explain it to John, but after a while the guards pulled her out and took her away. Now, the machine began making a loud noise. It started revolving in John's mind. The trouble had begun. This was not Poe's order. John's punishment was buried deep in his mind, agreeing to his training days and his marriage memories. Old memories started coming back to him. After a few days, Poe called Karen to his office. She couldn't understand. After all, John had been working on that machine for 3 days. How does he survive? When most people die within an hour? Karen said that if she divorces John and becomes Poe's, he will release both her husband and their future children, thinking about the child she didn't want to lose. She agreed. When she reached John's cell, he had become like a living corpse. He didn't talk to anybody. He just lay silently until someone told him something. He had stopped feeling any kind of pain. Karen was now living with Poe. One night she saw Poe sitting on a chair, with several wires attached to his body. It was believed that Poe, by modification, had been made into an advanced human. He had no need to eat, drink, or even sleep. Once a month, by adding amino acids through these wires, he survived. The same was done with the children born in jail. Many operations were performed on them, turning them into advanced humans so that one day the whole world would be filled with people free from hunger and thirst. Karen was furious after hearing this, shocked. It had been 4 months now, but there was no improvement in John's condition, Abraham told Karen. Her stomach had started growing, and soon their child would be born. John would come into this world, but John himself did not react. He did nothing. But a tear dropped from his eye. That night, Karen seduced Poe and gave him lots of alcohol. She made him drink until he was unconscious, and then she took control. Through the panel, she reached John's dream, where John was stuck in a pit as a child. Karen pulled John out of that pit in the dream, which actually made John come back to his senses. She was very happy to see him fine again. John then planned to escape from prison with Karen. Abraham also sought help from John, and John was willing to take the risk. Karen was overjoyed after hearing this news of escape. In the meantime, Nino gave John the security device, the one they had taken from Maddox's body, but it was actually his friend Dee who came to the jail. He had been an expert in computers before, and now he was here to thoroughly check the device. After this, Karen stole something from Poe's book. It looked like a diamond. She was about to leave when she quickly hid that thing in her mouth. The next day, she secretly gave that diamond-like object to Abraham and John. She asked him to deliver it. Actually, it wasn't just a diamond. It was a detailed map of the entire jail hidden inside. From this, they calculated that there was a way out of prison through a construction site. The next morning, Abraham said, "Put the map back in Poe's room so that no one finds out." Meanwhile, Dee discovered how the security device really worked. Inside it, there was a very powerful magnet. He used that magnet to protect the body, to remove the devices installed inside them. His plan worked successfully, and everyone's security devices came out. The next day, the Z robot informed Poe that something strange was going on in the prison. In Poe's camera footage, movements were caught, and in that moment, Karen stole the lens with Abraham. While putting the lens back, I saw her with... He was furious after being cheated so badly, his heart filled with rage. But before he could do anything, he was told that due to his negligence, he had now been removed from the post of director. John's team was preparing to escape. Everybody started using their security devices, taken out and placed on a pipe in the construction area. They began acting as if they were fighting with each other. When Z-Robot found out about the fight, he rushed there and activated the devices. But their security devices were on the pipe, and when they hit, a loud explosion followed. The pipe burst, and an escape route was created. But before they could escape, very hot air was released into the pipes from the control room. On the other hand, high-tech robots left everything behind and started firing bullets at the prisoners. The people trapped in the pipe screamed, and a prisoner named Styx panicked and tried to go back to jail. But those robots shot him down with bullets. Cut to the other side. Abraham reached the jail to pick up Karen. But at that very moment, Poe came there and killed Abraham. The guards dragged Karen away so that her children could also be made into advanced humans. Meanwhile, John's team tried to kill a robot. When they succeeded, they realized it wasn't a robot at all, but an advanced human. John took his gun, confronted them, and returned to the prison with everyone else. Eventually, everyone got into a lift and went up. They thought Poe's cabin was a carpenter's. Then John looked at the screen, where doctors were about to deliver his and Karen's baby. John forcefully threw Poe out. He threatened to stop the operation, but Poe was no longer the director, so no one would listen to him anymore. Then, a robot identified Poe and attacked him. But all the prisoners moved aside at the right time, and the bullet hit Poe. After his death, Didi took control. He tried to stop the doctors from the panel. But before this could be done, a soldier shot John and killed his friend. Didi took revenge with the remaining power of his life. He shut down the power system of the whole prison. The doctors stopped, and the entire security system shut down as well. Taking advantage of the situation, all the prisoners fled from the prison. Only John and Nino stayed behind to save Karen. They came to rescue her and freed her from the doctors. All three of them were taken away in a prison truck. Now they only had to cross the Mexican border. Karen was about to give birth, but suddenly, the prison truck started moving on its own. It seemed the truck was still controlled from the jail. It was crushing Nino to death. John jumped out to confront it while Karen was in agony inside the hut. John struck the truck, blew it up with a bang. But unfortunately, the truck crashed into the hut. Karen, too, was caught in the chaos. John, trapped under the rubble, panicked. He rushed to look for his wife, but at the very last moment, she got out safely, and in her hands was a cute little baby. John and Karen finally managed to save their child. They succeeded. Now you tell us in the comments, how much do you love your parents? The line is formed.